Today we have a 1,500-point game between Joe's Drukhari and Greg's Blood Angels. They're going to be playing the Maelstrom of War mission Race to Victory. At the start of each of their turns, they generate objectives tactical objectives up until they have 3. And then the special stuff for this mission is that when someone's completed 10 tactical objectives, the game ends at the end of the battle round. And then there's a special victory condition that you gain an extra 3 victory points to the first player to achieve the 10th tactical objective. And then the usual Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Linebreaker. For Joe's, Joe can talk about his Drukhari army.
For my Drukhari, I'm running the Cult of Strife, because it's the Lilith Hesperak specific one. I'm running a battalion and an Outrider detachment, so I'll have 9 command points. Lilith will be my army's warlord. She has the Willow trait Blood Dancer, so a 6+ to hit causes 3 hits instead of 1. For the 2 other HQs I need, I have 2 succubuses. They're each armed with a blast pistol and an archite glaive. And I gave them each the combat drug for +2 movement. One of them is going to be carrying the army's relic, the File Bouquet. So they get a random combat drug in addition to their +2 movement at the beginning of each battle round. For troops, I have 2 10-man witch squads. I gave the combat drugs for +1 strength. They're both armed identically with 2 Shardnet, an Impaler, and an Agonizer. And then I have a 5-man squad of witches with a Razor Flail and the +2 leadership, just to flesh out my troop choices. For the Outrider detachment, I have 2 squads of Reavers with 2 Blasters and 2 Grav Talons each. One of the squads has +1 attack, and the other has +1 weapon skill. A 14-man unit of Hellions with a Phantasm Grenade Launcher, and +1 toughness for their combat drugs. I also have a Razorwing Jet Fighter with 2 Dark Lances and a Splinter Cannon. And then for transports, I have 2 Raiders with Shock Prows and Dark Lances, and then 3 Venoms with 2 Splinter Cannons each, to act as transport for the HQs.
Alright, and then Greg's Blood Angel army.
Alright, I'm just going to be running a battalion today. I've got, we'll start off with the 2 HQs. My warlord is going to be the Librarian Dreadnought. He's got the warlord trait Gift of Foresight, which is a 6-up Feel No Pain, and he gets to reroll 1s. He also has, for the relic, the Vitarius Vitae, which means on a 5+, I get a command point back after I use a stratagem. Psychic powers wise, he has Wings of Sanguinius, the Quickening, and of course Smite. Then beside him, I have a beautifully painted Primaris Lieutenant with a power sword for the Blood Angels and a bolt pistol. Behind him, I have a 5-man squad of Primaris Intercessors. They have the Stalker Bolt Rifles. Then to their left is a 6-man squad of Sanguinary Guard with all axes and death masks. And then I have 2 10-man squads of regular Blood Angels Marines. They each have a heavy flamer in them and a grav gun. And then the one sergeant has a fist and a combi grav, and the sergeant behind has a grav pistol and a chainsword. Behind them, I have a 5-man Assault Terminator squad with Thunderhammer Storm Shield. Behind them, I have a 8-man Assault squad with sergeant has a fist. Everybody else just has chain swords and bolt pistols. And then I have a Bale Predator in the middle there, and it's got the heavy bolter sponsons with the assault cannon for its main gun.
Alright, and then rolling off for objectives.
Drukhari, 5.
And the Blood Angels get a 1.
Off camera. Nice one.
For my standard deployment, I chose Spearhead Assault, which is the 12 inches from the edge and the 9 inches from the middle at an angle. I chose this end of the table as for it has more objectives. I place my objectives on top of 3 of these silos, and then there's also one on top of the hills over there, and then the other 2 objectives.
The last objective is behind that silo top.
All right, so that's what we've got. I've held my Terminators and the Teleportarium in reserve, and the Sanguinary Guard are deep striking and also.
Anything special for your deployment, Joe?
For the Drukhari, I just kind of mirror deployed on both sides. The Succubuses and Lilith are in the Venoms. The 2 10-man Witch Squads are in their Raiders. 5-man Witch Squad is just sitting behind the rocks to go for objectives. I spent a command point on Webway, so I could put the Hellions so they can deep strike in. And everything else is deployed on the field.
And who finished deploying first?
I finished deploying first.
So we got initiative.
For Drukhari, 7.
So I can't beat it, but I'll roll anyways. 4.
I will take turn 1.
I shall attempt to seize. Nope. I used prepared positions for 2 command points on my Blood Angels.
So everybody has cover.
Everybody, even the people that were in cover, still have the cover.
It's true.
Drew my 3 objectives. I got Secure Objective 4, Defend Objective 4, and Objective 4 is the one that my 5-man Witch Squad is now controlling, and then I have Defend Objective 1, and that's up there, but that puts me way too close to Greg, so I'll just not worry about that one right now. Moved forward with my entire army slightly, just to get in threat range of Greg's advanced units. The Razorwing moved its minimum, and I just wanted to keep it out of range of Greg giving the Librarian Dreadnought wings and getting to assault me. So it should be a fairly quick turn. Just going to go from left to right, shooting. So this Venom will fire at the squad of Assault Marines. So only 6 shots with the 2 Splinter Cannons. Hitting on 3s. Moving on 4s. 1 wound.
Good.
The Raider will shoot at the Predator. 3s. 3s. 1 wound, minus 4 AP.
Okay. I do not think it gets a save, but...
Oh, we
If
get
you're in
cover.
so you
6
get a
up.
6 up.
Alright. Nope.
D6. 4.
4 wounds. It has 11.
The next Raider will shoot at it. The Predator. 3s. By 3s. Fail to wound. The next Venom will shoot at the Assault Marines. 6 shots. One wound.
Good.
Next Venom, same target. 1 wound.
Good.
The Razorwing will fire its Splinter Cannon into the Assault Marines, along with its missiles, which I will fire as Shatterfield. And then it will fire its Dark Lances into the Predator.
Alright.
So Splinter Cannon first. 3 hits. No wounds. D6 missile shots. 6. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling failed wounds. Five wounds. Minus 1 AP.
Okay, so there'll be 3 up saves. 1 goes through.
and then 2 Dock Lances into the Predator. Both hit. Both wound.
Okay.
6 up.
Both go through.
9.
So let's see if it blows up. It does not, and that is first blood to you.
And that is it for my turn. So I got 1 victory point for first blood and 1 for securing objective 4.
Are you going to discard defend objective 1?
I will. So at the end of Greg's turn,
yeah,
I get defend objective 4. Greg doesn't wipe him out.
For my turn, after the loss of my predator, I moved up basically just to secure positions. For my objectives, I grabbed defend objective 3, which I moved the assault marines onto. Noble self-sacrifice, score 1 victory point for each of your Blood Angels characters that was slain this turn. And swift advance, score 1 victory point for if at least 3 of your Blood Angels units advance this turn, which they did. My lieutenant advanced, this tactical squad advanced, the librarian advanced, and then used Wings of Sanguinius to move back, and then the other tactical 5-man squad advanced, and the assault marines advanced. So that will be 1 victory point for me, and I am out of range of shooting things. I'll have my reserves capable of coming in next turn. I am not going to discard any objectives this turn.
Nice and quick.
Just wrapped up the Drukhari second movement phase. Everything has moved out of my deployment zone because for my objectives, I drew mission critical objective. I got a roll to 2. So it's one of the objectives Greg's squads are sitting on the silos.
The intercessor squad, yep.
And then I got advance, score 1 victory point if none of my army is within my deployment zone. And hold the line, score a victory point if I have at least 3 units within my deployment zone. I chose to leave my deployment zone, so everyone has just moved up. The Razor Wing has come over to this side. I brought the Hellions in back here. They are outside of 12 inches of Greg's squad, so he can't do his Auspex to shoot at them. Everyone has continued to stay inside their transports for now, since Greg still has a Sanguinary God and his Terminators to come in. And I think that's everything.
And you completed objective, defend objective 4 at the end of Greg's turn. Yeah. We just didn't show it.
So I'm up to 4 victory points. So I'll start off shooting with the Hellions, firing into that squad on the hill.
Alright.
So it'll be 20.
It's a very steep hill.
It'll be 28 shots, and then the Phantasm Grenade Launcher. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. So that is for 11 wounds.
11 saves on the hill. Any AP?
Nope.
Okay. 1-1 and 1-2, so 2 die.
And then Phantasm Grenade Launcher. 30 shots. 3. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Hitting on 6s. No wounds, but you are now -1 leadership.
Okay. It's raining dice.
The unit of Reavers here will fire into that squad. So it will be 6 Splinter Rifle shots and 2 blasters. Splinter Rifle. Wounding on 4s. 3 wounds. Regular.
1 dies.
And 2 blaster shots. No 2s. 1 -4 AP.
So that kills one.
This venom will shoot into that squad.
12 shots.
Putting on 3s. Putting on 4s. 5s.
Big Joe. Ooh, that was not good. 2 die.
You're getting whittled down pretty quick. A heavy flamer?
A heavy flamer.
You're not gonna keep him?
Nope.
Not even to flame the Hellions?
Not even to flame the Hellions. They can't do something this turn.
No, but next turn you can move up and flame them.
It's true, unless that squad is wiped out.
But, I mean, if they're not wiped out, wouldn't you want that guy?
Well, then the squad wouldn't be in coherency, and I'd have to move all kinds of funkiness.
No, I mean, that would be fine. I'm just, the next time you move, you have to go into coherency.
Mm-hmm.
The Razor Wing, I'll fire the Splinter Cannon and the Dark Lances at this squad, and I will fire the same kind of missile as last time at the squad on top of that silo.
Okay.
So, Splinter Cannon shots. 2 shots. 3 on 4s. Nothing. Dark Lances. 1 hit. 1 wound. Minus 40 P. Then D6 missile shots. 5. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Reroll if any wounds. 2 wounds minus 1 AP.
On this squad?
Yep.
2 wounds minus 1. Two die, no 4 pluses.
Then on the other side, this venom will fire both its splinter cannons at the assault squad on top of there.
Okay.
So 12 shots. Hitting on 3s. 1 on 4s. 7.
One dies.
The unit of Reavers there will fire at the assault squad. So it'll be 2 blasters and 7 splinter rifle shots. Splinter rifles. One wound.
Dead?
And blasters. 2 minus 4s.
So 2 die.
How many guys were in this squad on the hill?
10 men.
10.
10. Lost 7. Okay. Hopefully we're good with that.
I mean, they're the Space Marines, though.
Yeah, but with the -1 leadership and like all the casualties, Greg should lose someone, shouldn't he?
7.
So I'm LD7, and I lost 7
Oh, okay.
guys.
Yeah.
So the other Venom will shoot at the assault squad.
You have a side. Oh, yeah. You're right.
12 shots. Three wounds.
2 die.
And the last bit of shooting is 2 Dark Lances. So this Dark Lance will fire at that Assault Marine.
Okay.
Hits. Minus 4 EP.
So he's dead.
And the other raider will fire one dark glance at that squad.
All right.
3's missed. And that is it for my turn.
So I shall roll leadership. 1. So that gives me an 8. So I lose 1 guy.
So I get 1 objective for advance. And I will discard hold the line.
And then you denied Greg defending objective 3.
It's true. Okay. I moved. I've done no psychic powers yet. I moved these guys away from the objective to shoot onto the Hellions per Danny's advice. And then I moved these Terminators over here from Deep Strike at the end of my phase to try to block the Hellions in and see if I can get assault on them. I left this squad and this squad on top of here for objectives. And then I moved back to protect my characters. And the sanguinary card came in to hit on that flank and try to be able to grab objectives on the back. I got psychological warfare for my tactical objective, which is pretty much useless. So I'll probably be discarding that at the end of the turn. Although I do have death masks on over there. So it might come in handy. Wings of Sanguinius. Goes off with a 9. And I shall try to cast Smite onto the flyer there. I do, but I perils. Actually, I'm just going to command point one of those. Thank you, Joe.
Let's see if you get it back.
Let's see if I get it back. I do not. And we'll see what I roll. A 4. So I do not perils. But I also do not get an 11 plus. So it is only a D3. 2. Now onto the shooting. Terminators cannot shoot, obviously. Let's start off with these Stalker bolt rifles onto the Hellions.
Hellions are toughness 4.
Alright. Needs to hit. 2 hits. 1 wound. -1.
6 up.
We're -2 on the Stalkers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me look it up.
So 1 dies then.
-2. Sorry, Joe. Now the regular bolters onto them. 3 shots each. Or 1 shot each, 3 shots total. 2 hits. No wounds. These guys onto the venom. Combi. 1, 2, 3.
-1 to hit.
Alright, and then the gravel goes second. Three hits. Toughness 5.
Yep.
These ones won't do anything. Nothing. And the grab. -1 to hit, so nothing on that. Stormbolter from the Furioso out of the Hellions. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
5 up. 6 up. Lose 1.
Sanguinary Guard. Shoot Angelus bolt guns at the bikes. Range 12. Let me see how many are in range. All of them. Pluses. Are they T4 or T5 on the bikes?
T4.
4 is at -1. There you go.
Single damage.
Yep.
5 up. 6 up. Lose a bike.
That is all the shooting, so I will go on to assaults. I'm going to use Descent of Angels for 2 command points onto your bikes. Let me see if I get a command point back. I do. So it only costs me 1. Thank you, Joe.
So, 2 Splinter Rifle. Miss. 2 Blaster. Both miss.
Alright. So I need... Actually, I need a 12. Because I cannot fly in the charge phase anymore. I did not make it. And now the Terminators will go...
What's the stratagem?
Oh, 3. I get a 3rd. So I don't remember what those other 2 were, but I think it was a 4 and a 3.
I think so.
Alright. Over here. I need a 10.
$24 Splinter Pod shots. We got 4s. 5 wounds.
Thank you, sir. 1 takes a wound.
Phantasm. 2 shots. 12 miss.
I get an 11, so I'm in. Alright. And then I consolidate 3 inches and then the charge.
Yes.
Okay.
So who are you activating first?
I shall activate the Sanguinary Guard first. Two attacks each. Pluses. And looking for 3s to wound. AP -2. And then I do D3 damage.
6 up. Fail 6 of them.
Alright. 2.
Dead.
3.
Dead.
2.
Alive.
1.
Good.
3.
Dead.
1.
Takes.
Alright. Would you like to interrupt under my Terminators?
I will.
Alright.
How many bikes die?
3.
Do you care which ones?
I just pull the back 3. And then one of the others has a wound. Hitting on 3s.
Wounding on 4s. Eight wounds. No AP.
Alright.
2 damage each.
I will command point one of these ones. It's a 3. The one with the wound I shall remove. And then they shall attack back. Three. What is the AP on a hammer? Is
It's gonna be
4,
3
I
or
think, or
How much
3 or
damage
4.
is it?
AP negative 3, 3 damage.
No pain. No pain. You don't have 3 down.
All right.
Then Hellion, the Reavers. 3s. One.
Good. So you have leadership over there with a -1 because of the death masks.
5 over here. What do you think would be better to auto pass on?
What's the modifiers?
It's going to be -5 over here and -6 over there with the -1 from Greg. Or -5 from
Well,
Greg.
those are worse to lose models because they're multi-wound, right? Because it's per model, so you gotta look at it that way too.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably failing one regardless. I'd auto pass the Hellion, I think.
Spend the 2.
Unless, like, what guns do they have left?
It'd be the 2 blasters. Well, 1 blaster and the arena champion. Yeah, the arena champion could take it. So it'd be blaster. It'd be 2 blasters left.
I mean, that's decent too. I mean, they can fall back and shoot, but so can the Hellions.
I'll pass the Hellions. So -5 on the Reavers. They fail, so they're dead. Get any victory points, Greg?
I got the psychological warfare. So that's 1 point. I will discard to spend objective 3.
Through my new objectives, I got Big Game Hunter, which I can't complete because there aren't any models with 10 or more wounds left, and Take Them Alive. Score 1 victory point if at least one enemy unit was destroyed during the fight phase. And if I kill a character, it's worth D3 victory points instead. Everyone in the transports except one succubus have gotten out.
That's close.
Scary.
It had been bad. The witches in this raider got out and started moving up to go after the lieutenant. The witches in the other raider got out to go after the sanguinary god, along with the one succubus who, for her combat drugs, I rolled the +2 movement. Lilith is also going to help out. The 2 venoms that they were in moved over so that they can absorb the overwatch for everyone else. The surviving squad of Reavers moved up to try and finish off that 2-man squad. The Hellions have fallen back because they get to fall back and shoot and they can still charge. And the Razor Wings just moved over further into Greg's area. So to start off with, I'm going to have the Reavers. The 4 Splinter Rifles are going to shoot at that squad, and the 2 Blasters are going to shoot at the Terminators. So 8 Splinter Rifle shots. And 3s. I rolled 1 extra dice. Re-roll that. And 4s. 1 wound.
Dead.
And 2 Blasters. Both miss. Hellions will fire at the squad of Terminators. $18 shots. Six wounds.
All good.
Phantasm grenade launcher. 1 shot. Failed it.
Even better.
I'll start with the 3 venoms firing into the sanguinary god. So it'll be 12 shots. Beginning with this one right here. Getting on 3s. Getting on 4s. 6 wounds.
AP?
No AP.
A command point, this one. Oh, good.
See if you get your command point.
Oh, good call. Yep, I do.
Next
That
one.
was the one for this turn, because the other one was on my bomb turn, so.
Next venom. Four wounds.
Now I lose one. Or do I have 2 wounds, I think?
I think they have 2.
Yes, they do. So one's got a wound.
Four more wounds.
Thank you, sir. Good.
Just fire all of the splinter pistols from the 2 squads.
What about plasma grenades?
And
2 plasma grenades.
so be 4 splinter pistols from 1 squad plus grenades. And then 7 from the other squad plus grenades. Splint pistols. Two wounds.
Good. The toughest squad of Sanguinary Guard ever. The armor. Spaceman armor. It's the greatest.
Plasma grenades. I'll command point the one. Another one. 2 hits. Moving on 4s. 1 wound. -1.
3 up. Good.
So, blast pistol from the succubus. Hits. -4 AP.
Six up. Nope.
Then both raiders will fire Dock Lances into them.
Alright.
Fire them both at the same time. 1 wound, -4 AP.
6 up. Nope. 1 dead.
Yeah, 4 damage. Razorwing will fire both Dock Lances into the Sanguinary God, and then we'll fire everything else into the squad.
Alright.
Dock Lances, 1 hit, 1 wound, -4 AP.
Six up. Nope. 1 more. Nope. Only 1 wound.
Splint cannon shots. 3 wounds.
Onto the intercessors or on the
On that
attack?
squad.
Okay. 2 die.
3 missile shots. 2 wounds, -1 AP.
And that's on to
On the same guy.
dead.
Then 8 splinter pistol shots from this squad onto the lieutenant. Two wounds.
No plasma grenade?
Nah.
Takes 1. He's got 4 left. I'll make sure he doesn't have 6 wounds. It's possible he has 6. His premiers.
And that is all of my shooting. So,
Only 5.
the assaults. So, squad of witches gonna go after the lieutenant.
Fires bolt pistol. Overwatch defiantly.
Yeah, gonna put, I guess
No.
grenades potentially
Yeah.
works.
You're right. I should have fired a grenade.
Reroll powerful paint. 7. That will do it.
Bring in the hugs.
Reavers will go after the lone guy.
Grab pistol. Nope. Again, I should have thrown grenades.
We'll make it. And then Venom's gonna go on the Sanguinary God.
They have grenades. The time I actually look will be the time that they don't have any. Frag and crack. Alright. Grenade. D6. 4 of them. One hit. got 4 more, so 6. Ninja's bolt gun. 1 hits. 1 wounds. -1.
5 up. Good.
Alright.
Make it in 7. Other venom. 7. Succubus. 8. Witches. 6. Lilith. 4. And the 5-man squad. 11. So, I don't think the Hellions would be able to fight the Termites. I think I just leave them there. So Greg can't kill me on my turn. Do you disagree?
2 attacks each. How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have 9 left, so I'd be getting 19 attacks. I'm
Yeah,
hitting on
they
2s
should
now,
be
wounding on
attacking
4s.
First, unless I interrupted with them.
Like, I don't have great odds. And
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to wipe him out. But
If
I mean,
done
Greg's
what-
also not going to do a ton of damage back at you. It's only 2 attacks a guy. And he's hitting you on 4s. He's not. He will be.
on 2s.
Yeah, and that doesn't make a difference since you're already winning him on 2s. I mean, do you care about keeping your Hellions overly?
Not really, aside from, like, if I leave them there, then Greg will have to spend his turn taking them out, compared to, like, me going in and Greg potentially, like, killing a bunch of them on
That's
my
true.
turn.
I mean, yeah, you get to Overwatch another time, so. I don't know. I don't know these statistics enough to know if it's a good idea or not. I think it's pretty close, though.
I'll go in, then.
I overwatch with my hammers.
You make.
Oh my god.
Shocking.
And I guess I'll start off with the full man squad of witches on the Sanguinary God.
Lilith doesn't even get to attack first. Feels bad.
Oh, I feel like the witches will have a better chance doing some.
Isn't she like AP4?
She is.
How many attacks does she get?
She gets 5. She gets 5 attacks. 6s cause 3 hits instead of.
And it's +1 to hit now, right?
Well, she's already hitting on 2. Yeah, so
Yeah,
plus
so
1.
5.
Yeah, so 5s would do it. So you think I should attack with her first?
I think
or-
it's cooler to attack with her first. And she gets to pick a combat drug, right? Or it's not a combat drug, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. So I'll increase her strength. So 5 attacks with her penetrating blade.
That'll be fine.
2 5-ups. Let me just double check. Make sure that is accurate.
What's her obsession?
Blood Dancer. Each time you roll a hit roll of 6 plus bonus will end the fight phase. That hit scores 3 hits instead of 1.
Order the your witch cult obsession.
Witch Cult Obsession is +1 attack when the attacker intervenes. Just a normal hit. Putting on 4s. 4 wounds at -4.
All failed.
2 die. Right, just 1 damage from her.
Yeah. And then her main of bob and hooks. Get 2 extra hits from that. Moving on 4s. 3 wounds. Want me to just roll?
Yep.
Failed 1.
She killed one with her hair. So with the obsession, I think going into the Hellions is the right choice. If you're getting 3 attacks per.
Yeah, they would have gotten 1 additional attack last time,
Yeah.
but I rolled pretty poorly. I rolled well for their to hit, and then their to wound was pretty bad. You going to interrupt, Greg?
Nope.
do the Hellions next then. So there's 9. So 28. Getting 2s. Moving on 4s. That many.
1 dice.
2 damage.
2 die.
Then Reavers on the single guy. Grab talons or cluster caltrops. Fail to wound. So no mortal wounds. Hitting on 2s with the blade veins. Wounding on 5s. Wounding on 4s. Five minus 1.
How much damage?
1.
Okay, and that was on to the him. Then it's dead.
So it is 1, 2, 7 normal witches. So that's 4 attacks each. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. Regular.
Three. It's got 1 wound left.
Shotnet and Impalers. Four attacks each from them. 2s. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound, minus 1.
Good.
And 5 Hecatrix attacks. 4s. 1 wound, minus 2.
Dead.
Would she have 5? She doesn't have a.
Oh, yeah, she would have only a 4. Yeah, Agnetics, it doesn't give 1. 3, 4. Yeah, it would have just been 4. So you can put him back, Greg.
Alright.
Wouldn't have gotten that many. So.
I wanted the victory point.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 witches.
Regular witches?
No. 2 have the nets, 1 has the blades. I don't know what they're called.
The
whippy,
yeah.
the whippy swords.
So that's 10 regular?
Yes. Well, no, one of them would be an agonizing.
The regular witches. Reroll ones. Fives. 3. 4s. Any normal wounds?
He's dead. Alright, so just the Terminators and the Lieutenant. Terminators, none of the Hellions. One.
Pain. Dies.
Lieutenant gets 4 attacks. Strength 4, your T4.
T3.
T3. Reroll to wound for the lieutenant, or is that just in shooting? It doesn't happen.
I think it's just ones.
Just, oh yeah, you're right.
But it would be always.
Reroll ones, that's right.
Single damage? Or multi damage?
Single.
Power sword, yeah, just single.
2 die.
Alright, so leadership on the Terminators. Lost 2, so I'm good.
Didn't lose enough from either of my squads for leadership. So I get 1 victory point for destroying a unit in the fight phase. And I will discard Big Game Hunter.
Alright. The lieutenant could not run away, so he stayed in combat.
Yeah, the, what's the rule called?
The no escape. And with the shot net, Greg only got a D3 against my D6 to try and get away.
And then the tactical squad moved up to shoot at that unit, which now won't be able to. And for my objectives, my warlord has to secure objective 1, and I have to secure objective 2. So, and then my Primaris lieutenant's got to die. And then I should be in good shape. So on to psychic powers. First I shall cast Wings of Sanguinius, so I can move next turn as flying if I'm still alive and not in combat. And that goes off with an 8. Now I shall cast Smite, which goes off with a 6.
I'm in.
2.
Feel no pain. 1 dies.
Alright. Intercessors will fire their bolt rifles onto the flyer. So I'm -1 to hit. Looking for 5s. Nothing. Stormbolter onto the, was that a bug?
Yeah, there's a line on the table.
Stormbolter. Rapid fire onto the Raider. Or I guess onto the bikes. One wound.
Good.
Alright. And now close combat. So the lieutenant will go
You wanna
activate first.
Charge him with the tactical squad?
No, because I want him to kill the lieutenant so I can get that self-sacrifice. And I think they'll do better on Overwatch if they can survive some shooting. Four hits. Reroll 1 wounds to wound. 4 wounds. Because plus 1 to wound. 1 damage each from the power sword.
3 die. I'll activate my Hellion. 17 attacks. Twos. And 4s. Five.
Alright. All good. Terminator sitting back. Two.
Dead. Dead. Which is on the lieutenant. 6 shot net and impaler attacks. Moving on 4s. 1 wound, -1.
Good.
6 regular witch attacks. All hit. 4 wounds.
Dead.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, morale on the witches. Good. On the aliens, they can't fail. They only lost 2.
So many victory points did you just get?
I'm looking for the priority ones. So I got 4 for the librarian, and then 1 for noble self-sacrifice, and then 1 for secure objective 2, which puts me up to 8.
So we just had a problem with our audio. So for the Drukhari, I drew secure objective 1 and area denial. So I really want to try and eliminate the Dreadnought and that squad there. My guys have moved up to try and accomplish that goal, with the Hellions moving away from the Terminators because they can't kill them. We just rolled and I just did 5 wounds to the Dreadnought from my blasters on the Reavers.
Yeah, 3 left, and you command pointed to do those
Yeah.
ones.
So, alright, splinter rifles. No. Raider will try and shoot at him. Missed. At least I can still secure it. This Venom, and I'll do the other 2 onto that 5-man squad. First one. Three wounds.
Two go through. That's on the Dread still?
No, this is on the 5-man squad.
Okay.
Second Venom. Another 3.
Good.
Last Venom.
One more dice.
The 3 witches will fire their splinter pistols at them.
One will throw a plasma grenade.
Well, that's one other shot.
Oh, nice.
I'll hit. 1 wound.
Good.
Grenade. 2. Both hit. Both wound. -1.
One more dies.
The Razor Wing will fire its Dock Lances at the Intercessors. You'll fire the Splinter Cannon at him and the missiles at the Intercessors. So, Splinter Cannon is within 18. Oh my god.
Man down.
Splinter Cannon. Two wounds.
One die. Or one wound.
On the single guy.
Oh, it was on the single guy, then he's dead.
Dark Lances on the Intercessors. Both hit. 2 wounds. -4.
Oh, they don't get a save. So just 2 wounds though?
5 wound and a 4 wound.
So 2 guys die.
Missile. 4. One wound. -1.
Okay. Takes a wound.
And Hellions will fire at the Terminators. Fours. Show the Phantasm. Yes. Yes. 4 regular ones.
On the Dread?
On the Terminators.
On the Terminators. One goes through.
Dread is closer. Raider will fire Dock Lance at him. Missed. And that is it for my turn.
No assaults?
No.
Alright.
So, I secured objective 1.
Do you have 10 objectives yet?
No. And area denial. So I get D3. 1. So I get 2 more. So that was 6 for me. I've completed.
Alright, so I pulled 3 no good objectives. Big Game Hunter, which is just the Razor Wing, secure objective 3, and aerial assault, kill a unit with a unit that Blood Angels unit that has the fly keyword. So we'll see if the Librarian can wipe out the Hellions, but I don't know if it'll happen. First, Psychic Powers, Wings of Sanguinius. Goes off with a 7. Next, Smite. Goes off, I'll Perils, I'll Command Point. Reroll one of those 6s. Let me see if I get it back first. I do not. And then it's a 9. So just a D3. 2.
6 up. Fail.
Intercessors are going to fire the Stalker bolt rifles at the witches down there. 3 shots, nothing. The Librarian will fire its Stormbolter, rapid fire at the Hellions. One wound, or their T4?
Yeah.
And nothing. Assault time. First in will be the Terminators.
Eight pod shots. One.
Good.
Chasm. No.
3. I'll command point that. It's both dice or one dice?
One dice.
One dice. 6. I believe that makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you get your command point back.
I do. Librarian. Going in. 4. That'll make it. First, I'll do the Terminators. Hopefully, they won't wipe them out. We'll see. One hit. One wound.
Yeah.
Alright. Librarian's got to do really good. Only 3 attacks. Halberd. Yeah, I'm still Street 10's fine enough, so I'll do the Halberd. Three hits. Three wounds, -4, 3 damage each.
Pain. Pain. Dead.
Alright, so one more objective for me, and I shall discard Big Game Hunter.
Drew 2 new objectives. Scour the Sky, so I can only complete that with the Dread. And Defend Objective 2, which works with my Mission Critical Objective 1. So one of my Venoms has jumped up, and it's just side a 1 inch of that squad. And I'm going to try and wipe it out so it can claim the objective. Which is Squad of Reavers and the Raider. You're just going to try and go after the Dread, and if that dies, try and kill the Terminators. Razorwing is just coming around again, and the Venoms and the Raider are just trying to go after them. Left the Witches where they are, in case I need to do something later. So starting off, I'm going to use the stratagem Haywire Grenade, and I'm going to throw a Plasma Grenade at the Dreadnought. So it's 1 command point. Get a single to hit.
Who are you throwing this from?
Got it from closest witch. And then the other 2 will fire splinter pistols at the Termy. So hits. So it'll be D3 mortal wounds. 1.
Command point. How many command points do you have?
1.
Oh, maybe not.
I get my feel no pain, right?
You do.
Nope. Down to 2.
Splinter pistols and the Terminators. Nothing. Blasters from the Reavers on them. Splinter rifles on the Terminators. Blasters. Hit. Toughness.
7, I think.
On the Dread, yes.
2 wounds -4.
Okay. So let's go through.
3. I'll command point the 1.
Alright.
It's gonna be another one.
Oh,
7.
7. That'll do it, I'm sure. I might have made 2. I took 4. Does it explode? Nope. That's Warlord.
Six shots on the Terminators. 2 hits. No wounds. Raider will shoot at them. this. And I'll just go through the venoms on that intercessor squad. First one. Six wounds.
So one's left with one wound.
Next one. Four wounds.
Dead.
Two models left.
I'm gonna move them on just a little bit so I don't risk knocking them down.
And then the Razor Wing will fire at the Terminators with everything.
Terminators. The toughest thing an Imperium has. The greatest armor ever.
One wound.
Oh yeah. What possibly has better armor than a Terminator, Danny? Nothing. That's what.
It's true. It's just too powerful.
One in.
3 up. Good.
And last thing left is the Raider. Dock Lance. Miss.
Alright.
That's it for me. So
Did you get to 10 objectives yet?
So I got Scour the Skies, Mission Critical Objective. So I get D3 for that. 1. And I'm defending Objective 2.
I got defend objective 4 and overwhelming firepower, which is completely destroyed enemy unit in the shooting phase. My 2 Terminators.
How many objectives have you completed?
I'm at 8, and I'll get 9 at the end of Greg's.
Alright. My 2 Terminators are gonna move and then assault these witches. I don't think I overstepped my bounds in estimating that distance.
Plastic grenade, Joe.
I was gonna.
You don't so often. I felt the need to remind you.
2 hits. 1. -1.
Aw, plasma grenade.
Good. I'm gonna assault in. I make it. Now I get my 5 attacks, which I've been missing 3 or 4 of. Oh wow. 2.
Good.
We dodged those hammers.
See if you can kill them.
Shot nuts. 4 wounds, -1.
They're dead.
I didn't even need
I'll
the 2
command
damage.
point one of those ones.
So if
It's
you
2
get
damage.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter. Then they're dead.
wow, how did you even do that?
I don't even know.
That's embarrassingly bad.
It's really weird that you need 10 objectives, because in almost all cases it means it gets going at least to turn 4 before anybody can possibly win anyways. And like,
Yeah.
it's only going to go to turn 5.
Well,
and then
you're
go
you're getting at max 3 a turn.
Yeah,
So
well,
yeah.
I had the one exception, right? And I'm sure there's more exceptions in there at extreme rarity, right? Like they grab a bonus objective for my commander.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
maybe.
like the one, but everybody's got to have something weird. I think everybody has that card anyways in the deck, don't they? Or almost everybody.
Yeah,
has
I think that's in the vanilla cards.
So like you have so that's a potential to get more, but still like there's no way it's ending before 4, so it's almost a normal length game anyways.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was 10 victory points.
Oh no.
And then it almost negates like Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Behind Enemy Lines, because like there's so many objective cards that do multiple VPs that, like, I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all, but it makes it more negligible.
Yeah. If one of you had gotten 10 objectives complete, then that person wins in this mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of weird that you don't have like 5 or something. So it is like a rate, like it doesn't matter how good the objective is, or the tactical objective is, it's just do as many as you can.
Yeah.